I am Ltizi Artioli and I am an artist and researcher that is presenting public space is what happens between soil and clouds, and it is a sonic installation created with sounds that are data sonification of the Free State, the 49 square meters here in Breda, and it has been amazing to think what is a space of freedom could sound with the real sounds of what if everything that surrounds us is magnified in terms of biodiversity and in terms of what is our real space as citizens, as humans between the soil and clouds in our rights and our positioning. And it's a sound installation that constantly changes. So there are data transmitted and passing by, like clouds above our heads. And every speaker is a different layer. So there are insects, clouds, plants, soil, and the sky. And I guess that I am an architect from my studies, and it is kind of thinking what happens in the liminal spaces and to recreate a space. Sounds bring us always in a specific space, and to create a space with no boundaries is freedom. So that's why I'm here.
My name is Ahn Sung Hwan, and then I'm the nice artist. 40-90 square meter, I put a really big billboard with my face. And also I put my real phone number. So I make an incident between the audience and me. They can call me and I can get the call. Someone call me and then they surprise, and then someone complain a lot. Yeah. And then they say like, this space is like a beautiful park, and then why do you put the monstrous billboard in here? And then I captured the message and then posted it in my Instagram. I think this is kind of my survivor strategy. So I also want to be a nice artist, and then I have to show off my ability, or how am I nice artist. So that is why I put my big billboard in there. Yeah. So the advertisement, like sometimes that feels like or sounds like bad, but actually that's my survival strategy. Who can say that's a bad thing, or who can say that's a ugly thing? That's what I want to point out. Like this project, we can do everything as an artist, but so many people point out, why did you put a billboard in the beautiful place? But it's a free, right? I have a free for the advertisement, right? That's why I put the nice, because what is nice? I don't know. So what if I put the billboard in a park? Is that a nice thing or not a nice thing?
Ik ben Ronald Boer van kunstenaarscollectief de Onkruidenier. Met het kunstenaarscollectief met Witte Rook samen, niet voor 49 vierkante meter, maar voor het Wilhelminapark. Dus het Wilhelminapark wat hierachter ligt. Daar doen we een project met Witte Rook. En dat gaat eigenlijk heel erg over de bodem en het gras van het park en de bomen van het park. En dit project wat we al langer doen, dat heet Grassroots. Dat gaat eigenlijk over allerlei grassen die we vinden in de stad. En hoe grassen in de stad overal tussen de stoeptegels opkomen. Maar heel veel grassen die in de stad groeien zijn ook voorouders van gewassen die we eten. Dus rijst is een gras, mais is een gras, tarwe. Maar hun wilde voorouders vinden we vaak nog in de stad. En die hebben we eigenlijk met mensen verzameld. En het project Grassroots was ooit een project in Rotterdam. En nu is het ook hier geland in Breda. Dat vaak als wat tussen de stoeptegels of zo maar opkomt. Misschien als waardeloos of als onkruid. En ja, we proberen dan eigenlijk te achterhalen dat bepaalde grassoorten, die hebben eigenlijk een hele rijke historie of zijn zelfs eetbaar. Dus leefomgeving of in ons eigen leven hebben we eigenlijk altijd te maken met systemen of systeemverandering. En ontmoeten systemen elkaar en lopen systemen soms vast. En ervaar je dat je soms klem zit. En ik denk in ons werk als kunstenaars in het collectief of manieren van omdenken binnen systemen en dingen ombuigen en anders zien. Dat is voor mij een vorm van vrijheid maken. Dus kijken hoe binnen een systeem eigenlijk dingen anders georganiseerd kunnen krijgen met andere mensen om me heen. Kun je dingen veranderen en openbreken. En dat vind ik heel erg leuk. Daar ervaar ik dan een heel groot gevoel van vrijheid. Omdat je met elkaar misschien niet accepteert dat het systeem jou beïnvloedt, maar dat je het systeem ook kan beïnvloeden of het systeem kan openbreken. En daar heb je invloed op. En dat geeft een gevoel van vrijheid. Dat we dingen kunnen veranderen. Ja.
I'm Ursa. I come from Slovenia, but I live in the Netherlands for 6 years now, I think. So I'm a visual artist, but I make a lot of different projects also with sound, installation, sculpture, and also some writing. So yeah, interdisciplinary. And I made a monolith based on a memory of my childhood, which was like 5 different puddings in sort of a big tower. So it was a different one, but I picked this one because it's a lot about observation and space and how we connect to it through memory and history. So yeah, hence I have this project here today. About having the freedom of choice, let's say it like that. So for me, freedom in the space is connecting to it in your own way. Also, well, you can't really escape from your history and memory, so that's sort of what my work is about. So I think, yeah, for me it means that I am free to connect to it in my own really individual way, which is from my intimate past, let's put it like that.
Edward Thomson. I'm a Scottish-Danish artist and I live in Drenthe. I made this artwork here called Siren in 2023. It's an artwork where I was asked to research a particular piece of landscape, and what I did was, instead of going there to research it myself, I was interested in trying to create a robotic device that could research the landscape for me. So I made a sort of a drone, a very lo-fi drone, and put it out into the landscape. And what you see here are the recordings that the device made and the sounds that it recorded when it was out. And the challenge of making a kind of lo-fi drone are many. And the moments that it recorded, many of which are the moments where I'm interacting with it. So what I found when I looked back at the footage was, instead of really observing the landscape, it observed mostly my interaction with it. So it became more of a portrait of myself rather than a portrait of the place that I tried to record. And I was quite happy with that. It was a natuurmonument. So it is actually a very controlled landscape where it was. So it's not a park. It is open, partly open to the public, but also partly not. It's meant more of a free state for the animals that live there rather than for us as humans. In fact, it's quite controlled where you're allowed to go and where you're not. I see freedom as something positive, but also something quite romantic. And I don't search out freedom. It's not something that I'm searching out in my work. I'm more searching connectedness rather than freedom per se. So for me, freedom doesn't imply a kind of, for me it's not a term that that is at the center of what I'm trying to do.